Hey there, it's the Machine of Nonsense, episode 61, and we've got a game for you, a game of games. It's been a while since we've had some fun and played a game on this podcast. We've been doing brackets, we've been doing end of the year stuff. Let's have
Naughties.
some fun. The Naughties. If you haven't listened to them, check them out. I'm your host, Eric, joined as always by Kayla.
Hello, hello.
And we've got Mike on the pod today.
Yes, we do.
And Tomas.
Hey, how's it going?
And they will be competing in a game of chance and skill. We'll get to that in a little while, but it's been a while since we've gone around the room and kind of caught up on what the heck we've been up to lately. Mike, might as well start us off. What you been playing? What you been watching?
Been playing Nobody Saves the World on Game Pass. It's just a really good time waster. I don't know. It's basically like just like a super casual RPG, action RPG.
Oh, I like that.
It's like a top-down Zelda kind of view to it, and you're just getting these like you start off, you're just like a defenseless human in this world, and you can't really fight any of these monsters. But then you steal this wand from this wizard that's missing. Nostramagus is his name.
Damn.
And you gain the ability to transform, and you get these transformation. You're getting, you transform into a mouse, and then you get all these quests. And the game is really just collect as many quests as you can and go out and do them very quickly and keep grinding, keep leveling up. And as you level up, you get these new transformations. So you go from a mouse to a knight to a ranger. Then you unlock a horse, and then they get weirder and crazier as it goes. And it's really fun.
Art style.
Game Pass, that sounds nice.
Yeah, it's cool.
How many hours are you in?
Maybe 3.
Oh, okay. Is it a shorter game?
Josh has been playing it too, and he says it's like 20 hours, which
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to play this game for 20 hours, but I'm in for the ride for now, and it's just kind of like my end of the day.
Oh, nice.
And it's like a perfect podcast game too. I can catch up on all my stuff. So
Nice.
and been watching Peacemaker.
Yeah,
I'm not totally caught up, but I like it so far. It's real up and down for me. Like it's like, oh man, that was really funny, or man, John Cena's great. Or it's just like, I don't like this character, like, or the music in this is the fucking worst.
I know you said that
ever heard in my life. It's like it's like generic glam metal, and it's
that's exactly what I get out of it. It doesn't bother me though. I feel like that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
But it's so bad. It's like he literally does like a full Uma Thurman "You'll Be a Woman Soon" dance to this terrible song. And Cena's doing good, like, don't get me, but it's just it didn't work. But at the end of episode 3, Tomas, you'll appreciate this. Okay. Push Push Lady Lightning is played in the credits. Nice. And that's a good song. But it's the only good song. The show is full of music. It does like 5 needle drops an episode, and they all suck. And I
no.
But yeah,
man, they get stuck in my head. I'll be at work like, do you really want to?
I skip the intro every time. I can't do that intro. When I first do it, I'm like, oh, this is fun. And then I'm like, oh, God, this is so bad. Like, I don't like this.
I think you're going to be in for I think that's going to be the whole time. It's going to be.
I know. I'm just,
You guys are not selling me on this.
I don't mind it at all. I think that's exactly what it's supposed to be.
I'm gonna watch.
Cena's really good. Robert Patrick's been really good.
Oh.
I think I love it, Tomas. If that
Eric does
Well,
laugh a lot.
I'm gonna watch episode 3. No context, just to listen to push Lady Lightning.
Danielle Brooks from Orange Is the New Black is in it as well, and she's very good too. But yeah, and movies. I watched Zola recently.
Oh, nice. How was it?
Something I missed from last year. It's a fun ride. It's really just fast paced, like boom, boom, like I don't know, like thrill ride of a movie in a way.
Mm.
It's basically based on the famous viral series of tweets about this wild weekend between these two girls who are strippers, but then it turns into something much more than that. And yeah, it was fun. Definitely would have made moments and maybe characters
Oh,
for
man.
me.
Oh wow.
Probably not top 5, but
Okay.
I recommend it. I rented it on Amazon. It was $5.
Oh,
Well,
that'd be worth
actually,
it.
it was $5 to buy it as well. So now I own Zola. So
Nice.
and that's a A24 joint. So if that sells you
Hey,
on it,
Gonna
I
go
like
on your
good
permanent
movies.
record, Mike. You're on a list now. You own Zola.
there you go. Oh.
That could come up in my mayoral election someday. This man watched Zola. Uh,
Oh, this man.
yeah, yeah. I think that's it for me. Nothing else is really standing out.
Man, Kayla,
No.
we've been juggling everything. I think just all media.
Not many movies. Not many movies.
Not many movies. You're right. What stood out to you?
Oh, the only movie that we've watched is Eternals. Caught up on that.
Oh, that was that
Uh,
shit show.
it was interesting.
I started
It
it.
it just seems like too much. Like I feel
That's
like
what I
they would have
heard.
been fine. They like went full Avengers on their first movie. Like you
Yeah,
can't. You
that
got to
was
build up. You got to let me get interested in these characters and not just spin me around. But it was fine. I would watch it.
Too
man. The
Uh,
thing
much.
is, they've pulled off a team movie before with Guardians. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, but
right out the
still,
rip.
that's 5 versus like 10. I don't know how many Eternals
is
there
it
are.
that
There's a
many?
lot of
Oh
them,
There's a
wow.
lot.
There's
Okay.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more
and
than the
like
Guardians. Yeah.
they're
Okay. Okay.
they're they don't add. I feel like they could have had a more of an impact if they just like centered in on the central story and then introduce like, oh, there's more and build off of that would have been, I think, a better choice.
I feel like they're trying
Journal
to cram a lot
6.
of stuff.
Kanji or whatever.
There's a
Um
lot of plot threads going on in the Marvel universe right now. It
Some would
seems like
say too many.
seems like a lot.
yeah, and that one seems
That's
like it could
what it
have like a
is,
really
though, right?
important
String theory.
situation,
Yeah,
character
like they're
stuff
dealing with
in
like
it.
celestials and shit like that, and
Yeah.
some big stuff.
Right. Yeah. So it's worth watching, but it's just
I heard
not
it's a
great.
long burn too,
It
like
seems
Yeah.
almost
like
3 hours.
it seems like Marvel wants to have like 3 lanes going, not just one anymore. They want to have space, magic, and like spy espionage, that level of stuff. And
Like the magic.
we're gonna be changing lane. We're gonna be Sam Jackson here. Ben
Woof.
Affleck,
Yeah.
Whoa.
we're changing lane.
I think there's a way they could have done it. I think like Eternals could have been a better movie. Kayla mentioned like paring it down maybe, and just like they they did a lot of talking about like Thanos and a lot of like
Mhm.
trying to make you know that like, oh yeah, this is part of everything you've been like watching and stuff. And I don't think that aspect worked really. Like they could have kept it on like, I don't know, a different planet or something, like introduce them out in space or something, and maybe that would have worked a little bit better. It just like Kayla said, they're trying to make it an Avengers like in one go, and
Oof,
it's a little much.
that's
It's a
tough.
lot.
Yeah.
That's the only movie that we've watched. We've talked about Peacemaker, which we've watched, Book of Boba Fett, we're keeping up with. I started watching Seinfeld.
Yeah. Woo.
Probably like 12 episodes into the first season.
Nice. Anything stand out about it so far?
Art
Uh,
anyway.
what really does stand out is like just how different the times are. They'll
Oh
be
yeah.
like, hold on, let
Yeah.
me check my voicemail. Gotta call my phone. So that's kind of
Right.
funny.
Right. I'm gonna
But
check my messages. Yeah.
it's definitely like most shows, the first season is kind of a little
A little rough around
weird.
the edges. Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes a minute to pick up its beat. I'd say about like season 2 midway. It's that like right now like I just started rewatching Seinfeld again and I'm already on season 3 so but yeah.
Yeah, I'll continue. And then we watched all of Station 11.
Yeah, we did.
Yes. Yes. I missed that. Let's talk about that.
Go ahead, Air.
I know. Well, I know. I text Mike when I finished it. I was like, "Yeah, more like Station 8 out of 10." Um, I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a super great juicy middle. I was like
Oh,
really engaged in the
yeah.
middle, like maybe like episode 5, 6, 7, something like that, where I was like, man, they're kind of introducing some mysteries, they're introducing some like conflict in this world, um, some more character. Like I was really feeling good, and I wasn't a huge fan of how it like ended, and I thought it maybe started off a little slow too, but the middle was enough to like kind of bring the whole thing up for me to something that I enjoyed my time with it, and we definitely binged it. We watched it in like a week and a
Okay.
half or something.
I would not give it that high of a score.
Whoa.
Oh,
Um,
man.
So
Well,
you're part of the Google users rating. It's
I thought
53%.
I think it's worth watching. It's not that long. I think it's really like twisty turny, and they try to like plant a lot of seeds and have threads, and some of it works and some of it doesn't. Like I think even like I just said with Eternals, there's so much going on that if they just like cut out some of that and really focused in, it could have been much better.
From the fat.
Yep.
well, when
Yeah.
I finished Station 11, I texted Eric more like Station 11 out of 10 because
Oh.
I loved the show. I don't know. I guess I wasn't worried about any kind of mystery or anything. I was just going along and appreciating the logistics of it all.
Right.
Um, and yeah, this show will be coming up later. I don't know if a show can be better than this one for me. I don't know. For the
Mm.
rest of the
I
year, we'll
hope
see.
so.
Holy
Gosh.
shit.
Uh,
Man, you guys are all over the place on this. So now it's like now I gotta watch it just out of sheer
I
curiosity.
think it's definitely worth watching. I think you should check it out for the
It's only 10
discussion, for
episodes.
the
Yeah.
fact that like I think for me it'll probably come up in like if we're talking, nonsense of the years 2022.
Oh well.
I there were some characters in it that were like standouts for me. I
I
was
can
like,
agree with
okay,
that. The
yeah.
characters
characters
are
and
really
moments,
nice.
like
Like
holy
they're
shit! There's a whole episode that's moment of the year for me.
Oh.
Like, I,
I
man, I
mean
want to know.
it's the 22nd of January, so got a lot of year to go, Mike.
this is a show that technically started late 2021. It started in December, I believe, and wrapped up early 2022, super early.
So it's got the rollover.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm counting it for,
Absolutely.
and yeah. I did we even kind of go over what it is? It's
Um
basically this show started production
Mystery.
before. Yeah, they all love and hate this thing, and we don't know anything about it. This show started production before COVID, but it is based on a
pandemic.
pandemic that succeeds and pretty much fucks up the whole world. And
It is based off of a book, novel, something,
yes,
right?
yes, it
Okay.
is
Something original.
the same name, I believe. Um, and you're bouncing, between when the pandemic happens and maybe a couple years into the pandemic, and then
The
20
first
years
100.
later.
Oh
And
shit. Production locations in Chi-Town.
Oh yeah,
What
the
up?
first couple episodes just take place in Chicago. Like Their sense of direction's a little bad. I know the city very well, and I was like, they are going in the wrong direction, but
Oh
that's
wow,
okay. That's a nitpick. But
nice, good eye.
um,
I love
Picky
that kind of stuff.
nits. Let's go.
yeah, but they use the city well regardless. Like they go
Okay.
to some kind of iconic areas and stuff. So
Yeah,
Amazing performance. Everyone's great in this show.
it's a beautiful
Um,
city.
just check it out. It's on HBO Max. I adored it.
It's on the queue, baby.
I've heard it put that it's like the nicest pandemic show ever. And I kind of agree with that. Like there's
The
if
pandemic.
you're
This isn't a
yeah.
show about finding a cure or anything like that. Don't go into it thinking it's going to be
Yeah,
lost
it's
or
like
something. Just it's
Walking
just
Dead.
it's a beautiful portrait of just trying to letting go of the past and
Move forward.
still yeah, yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and if you're afraid of like, oh, zombie violence or anything like that, it's just
Not
that's
there.
not the show. No,
Yeah.
it's a
Okay,
look at
awesome.
people, really.
It can be
It's
brutal at times, but
Most shows are.
yeah.
My girlfriend got through True Detective, so she'll be all right.
yeah.
That one's gut wrenching.
Yeah.
This one's a little more inspirational.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. 2022 off to a good start. Off to
It
Nice.
is. It is.
Wish I could say the same, but
Oh man.
Oh,
In addition to everything Kayla mentioned, I've been watching Euphoria. I caught up real quick on season 1 near the end of last year, and then I've watched. There's been 2 episodes at this point. The 3rd episode hits tomorrow, Sunday. Um,
been good?
it's a yeah. The first episode was a standout. It opened up really really well. Especially
Wow.
coming off of like the finale of season 1 was a little like what I don't know how much more of this I need kind of situation, like where it left itself. Um, it it told me that I needed more.
Ah,
So
okay.
I really like it. I don't know how like I vacillate back and forth between is this real life for like a subs or at least like a subset of it's following mostly like teenagers or people like in high school, just outside of high school and stuff like that, and all of the kind of modern issues that they face. Social media and drugs and like just every
Drugs
possible
ain't
like
new.
bad thing that well just the new ways that
Yeah.
like drugs impact, the new drugs that are out, even from the
What?
time that like we've
Such accessibility.
They got
all of
new
that.
drugs.
It's all so I wonder how realistic it is. Like I'm taking it as like, these kind of upper middle class kids, they're all living in like what looks to be upper middle class like California or whatever. Um they are in a different landscape than any of us were in, high school or whatever else in many different ways. And if this is how it is, it's fucking dark, like it's the darkest path of like I think what that experience could be. So, I don't recommend it for the faint at heart. There's, I mean,
Yep.
everything. There's every dark thing that can happen to young people. I think in this show happens to young people.
Oof.
Um,
Zendaya, lead
yeah,
actress.
Zendaya
One
is
of
the
them.
star. If you're
Yeah,
not
saw
familiar,
that.
she plays someone who's like pretty addicted to just about any substance that she can get her hands on, and
Oh, nice.
it follows her, she's the main character, but it's like a huge kind of ensemble cast, and they all kind of have something going on with them, like, one gets into, like, online voyeurism kinda stuff,
Ooh.
and another, like and there's all sorts of relationship issues and stuff like that. There's, one guy is, in the closet about his sexuality, and,
Mm.
there's just a lot of things, like, anything you can kinda think about that would challenge a young
A
person.
young person, yeah.
Right,
Like without proper tools or equipment to deal with it, or
but one of the things that stands out for me is, like, the production value. They do a lot of, like, surrealism stuff, so, like, uh, semi spoilers for the end of season 1, I guess, it ends basically on a music video. Like they kind of like Zendaya just like has a music video at the
Hmm.
end. And so they do weird
Perfect
stuff like
person
that.
for it.
Yeah, it's very like weird talk to the there's it's like third wall breaking. There's a lot of different stuff like that going on. And I like that surrealism of
Okay.
it. And then the final thing for me, I went on a cyberpunk journey. I played
Oh,
Cyberpunk 2077. Pretty all right game. The bugs suck. They still suck, and they really
oh,
take away
jeez.
from the game. There's like a good game there that they just like they
Mhm.
got out over their skis on. I mean, like I'm not saying anything new, I think, but
No, yeah.
the story and all of that and the gameplay really really enjoyed, but when the bugs just, really take it down from being it could have been something special.
Got
But
that bug juice.
that got me super into like, I'm gonna do some more like cyberpunk deep dive. So then I watched Blade Runner 2049 again.
Boom. There you go.
Enjoyed it much better the second time, I think. And then I've been watching the Blade Runner Black Lotus animated show. Um, it's okay. That one, I'm not gonna say that I super recommend. There's, like, some really cool action. I think the animations it's got a kind of a generic animation style. It it's nothing really special. Like, comparing it to, like, Arcane from last year or something, it's just not on par with that whatsoever. But it's cool. It's set in, like, the Blade Runner universe, so there's all the interesting, like, technology and how the culture is different and stuff in the Blade Runner universe, and it deals with the same thing that, the original Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049 dealt with, the fact that there's artificial humans, they're treated as, like, second-class citizens, and literally, if they don't obey, they're hunted down and murdered, you know? It's like so that's the world, and the main character is, like, one of them, so
Ooh.
it's alright. It's a decent the episodes are like 20 minutes long, so it's an easy watch.
Okay, yeah.
It's like a,
Bite
joint
size.
venture between Crunchyroll and, Adult Swim, so
Okay.
and it's an adult cartoon, like, there's
Yeah.
a lot of violence and a lot of swearing and all of that,
All the jams.
but yeah, so I'm getting my eyes replaced by, like, visual receptors and stuff like that pretty soon. Full cyberpunk, guys.
Oh, there you go.
What you, Tomas? What you been up to?
Let's see. As far as new new TV shows, nothing. It's usually lean on you guys to make recommendations for that. So, um, but like I said, I'm watching Seinfeld again. My life's been a little chaotic. A lot of work, a lot of overtime. I literally
Mm,
worked like 12 days in a row. So,
damn.
Ooh.
uh, yeah. So most of my nights are just come home, eat dinner, watch King of the Hill and Seinfeld back and
They're
forth.
rebooting, King of the Hill. Did you see that?
I
Or
know.
c
Yeah.
either coming
There's
back, yeah.
there's talks, yeah. There's definitely they got like I think Mike Judge and what is it, Greg Daniels or something like that. They got like a animation studio, but yeah, I guess I'm excited about that. We'll see. Sometimes it's not good to reboot something that was already pretty perfect in my opinion.
Right.
But as far as new movies, I haven't made any personal choices. But I watched two that my girlfriend wanted to watch. I watched I can't even remember. It was about fucking the I Love Lucy something
Oh,
like
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, Lucy and Ricardo, the
yeah,
Ricardos,
it's
being the Ricardos?
Yeah.
being the Ricardos, and that
How
movie
was it?
literally just that movie made me just like hate Lucille Ball.
Oh,
Uh,
damn.
She's a bitch, grade A bitch, or at least she was portrayed to be one, with a lot of mental issues. Whatever the Ricky Ricardo or whatever the guy,
Javier Bardem.
yeah, or well, no, not the actor, but like the
as the
actual,
Arnaz.
yeah. He's he's an awesome dude, but he's also just very you know, salacious, and he's a so he likes to mess around with other women, and it left me kind of with it was not like the happiest ending ever, and I was like, no, I'm good.
Isn't
So,
there like an FBI subplot or something?
yeah, well, like the subplot is that Lucille Ball's a pinko.
Okay.
She checked like a voting registration, like a party affiliation card, like when she was much younger, before the whole Red Scare and all that, as socialist.
Sure.
And it was because she had like an uncle who was part of the Socialist Party, and she believed in his ideologies. And then all the shit happened, and she went through like some kind of FBI review, and they marked her, but like it's still leaked out to the newspapers. So that's like the backdrop of like she's like so stressed about this the whole entire time. And it's mainly just like a thread to carry along like the plot of like just the problems that they have with their relationships and their life and trying to do this show. And yeah, so I didn't really enjoy it. But
It's like
and
a week in the life of kind of.
pretty much, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then they do some like, like shots with like some of the people who are actually on set, giving their takes on it. And like there was parts that were interesting. I just don't like how it like wrapped up. Uh
Oh,
and
okay.
then my girlfriend's obsessed with what's Princess Diana.
Sure.
You guys
So
watch Spencer?
we tried to watch Spencer.
Oh.
Oh no.
You watched The Crown instead, like season
Yeah,
3?
I
Jump
might as well have watched The Crown. Uh, but yeah, it was a rough sell, bro. Like
Mm.
Really?
it's just like the first hour, and like that's about as far as I can stomach. It's just watching a woman progressively go through the like a mental breakdown,
Mm.
and like I'm not huge
Ooh.
about like poshy like kind of like royalty kind of shit already, and already watched a good majority of The Crown with my girlfriend, so I'm already
Oh,
kind
cool.
of like turned off to that kind of like shit. So uh yeah, and she couldn't even stomach it after that. It's like I'm like, how many times do I have to
Yeah.
watch like Princess Diana being portrayed as like this bulimic, like mental defective person in the world she's not supposed to be in? I've already seen it a million times, and the music in the movie is just like literally like it's like a violin or like strings going on at all times, and just
Oh
the
god.
tension's like getting higher and higher. It's like it's like I was like, oh my god, you guys are just sitting down at dinner. It's not that tense. but
Man.
yeah, so not my favorite. That's not gonna make the
I was
naughties
really
of
interested in
2022.
that when it
Me
first
too.
was announced, that Kristen Stewart was gonna play
Yeah, no, that was the main
Diana.
reason my
Um,
girlfriend wanted to watch it too. So, but it, I don't know. But I check it out for yourself if you want. I mean, we rented it on Amazon. Did not finish it.
you're you're not the first, source that said, that it's rough
It's
sledding, so
yeah, it's rough. Yeah, definitely. But as far as games, started playing Paper Mario. uh,
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Is it
yeah.
hold up still?
Oh yeah, I love Paper Mario. I used to
Yeah, yeah.
play it like once a year back in the day. It's
Wow.
just one of those games. It's fun. It's easy. It's accessible. I can pick it up. There's save spots like every like 5 minutes in the game. So and I've been
I really
playing a
like
lot
it.
of. I've been going back into some. Getting excited because Final Fantasy's doing like they've been doing the pixel remasters. Uh, and Final Fantasy 6 Pixel Remaster is coming out in February. So I've just kind of been going back. I played 5, playing 4 right now. I didn't realize how fast you can beat 4. Like that game is pretty cakewalkish. but so I've been playing those. They're pretty cool. I was telling my brother about it. It's like the most advanced feature that they added, other than you can auto battle and it fast forwards while you're fighting. So grinding's a hell of a lot easier. You can run diagonally. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
Wow,
Game
yeah,
breaking.
game
Just I
breaking.
don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want
that's
it.
crazy, kinda. Like
But
with an analog stick or on an.
D-pad, analog
Yeah.
stick, yeah,
Oh,
like
man.
and you can run, like even in like the ones that you couldn't run in, like so. Yeah,
Oh, cool.
B button straight out the gate, you can run. So
That's not
I
my
Those
found
Final
games
Fantasy.
benefit so much from just speeding
Yep.
things.
Yes, they do, and it was fun because like I got through Final Fantasy 5 relatively quick, and 4 like I'm already like halfway through the game, and I've only been like playing it for like 8 hours. So, um, but And then I started playing Death's Door.
Oh.
Oh,
But
cool.
I didn't start playing it. I'm at the boss, but um, but yeah, I enjoyed that game a lot.
Nice.
Real fun. My roommate saw me playing it, and he's like, "Oh my god, what's that game?" I was like, "Oh, yeah." So got another sale for them.
Oh,
Braden.
cool.
Yeah, and then I think that's about it for like games and shit. Like, no new media as far as like TV. So
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Been a good start to the year, I think, overall,
Yeah.
media-wise. Let's play a game, guys. So, like I said, it's been a while since we played a game, and I came up with one called the IGN Top 100 Games of All Time game, also known as How Well Do You Know the Host?
oof.
That's right, everyone. That's the title. So IGN, a website very near and dear to my heart, just recently revamped their top 100 video games of all time list. They had done it in like 2019. And then they most recently did it at the beginning of January. So they've added a lot of games, taken some games off, etc. And this got me doing that for my own list. So I said, let's make a game of it. So in that list of 100 games from IGN's list, I have played and completed 53 of them. So that's what we're going to be playing, a game based on those 53 games. In each round is a game. So I'm going to name the game. I'm going to say where it existed on IGN's list. The contestants, Mike, Tomas, and Kayla, are going to say whether I believe it should be higher on IGN's list. That's 1 point if they get that right. And also, does it exist on my personal top 100? So there's a total of 2 points that any given person can get in each round. Everyone got it? Any questions?
Pretty straightforward.
All right.
I called it IGN Top 100 Games versus Eric.
I like it.
Just
I
it was
call
a little less wordy. I thought maybe
Yeah.
you should know.
Yeah,
I
it
called
rolls off
it
the tongue a little better.
I called it Snick a Snack.
Right. So we are going to snake. I already picked out at random the names. I found a fun little spinner online. So it'll go in round 1, Mike, Tomas, then Kayla. Then it'll snake around and go Kayla, Tomas, Mike in the next round, and we'll continue in that fashion.
In the
So
middle.
on IGS, and we're gonna go bottom up, I guess you could say. Like we're gonna start with game 100, which is Borderlands 2, and the question is for Mike whether this exists on my list and whether I believe it should be higher on IGN's top 100 list. So, answer those questions for me, Mike.
You like this game a good amount. Um, I think you think it should be higher, and it is also on your list. Those are my answers.
All right, Tomas, what do you think about Borderlands 2?
I'm gonna say the same thing. You love Handsome Jack, so so on your list should be higher.
All right, and Kayla.
I'm following suit.
All right. Now, do you guys want to know like your running totals? Should I tell you at the end of every round whether you scored points, or do we want to save that for the end? What do you
Oh
guys think?
no!
Well, I want to know your answers.
Okay, but I won't give you a running total because I don't want you guys to try to game the system at the end. Not
Always gaming the
not
system.
that I think you guys will, but you
Totals.
know, right.
Mike's got to have points. He's got to know what he's fighting for.
I know what I got. Don't even gotta worry about. I will know what I have. I can.
Yeah.
I can do that.
All right, guys.
Capable.
So in round 1, everyone
I know what you got too.
answered that I believe that it not only was on my list, but also that I believe it should be higher on IGN's top 100 list. And I'm going to have to say you guys were all right. So each of you
Yay!
scored 2 points in that round. let's go on to the next one.
I'm no Eric.
My notes, I have number 100. Eric will bring this up. I knew that you would pick 100.
Tomas is right. I love Handsome Jack. One of my favorite characters in a video game of all time.
Yep.
All right. Number 98 on IGN's Top 100 was Final Fantasy VII, the original.
This is a
So
more interesting one.
Kayla.
I got some input.
I believe that this game is on your list, and I think you think that it should be higher.
All right. How about you, Tomas?
I think it's on your list. And I remember playing this. You're one of the only people in the world that I know that had the PC version of this game. So
True.
I'm gonna say that it's higher. So I remember playing
Okay.
it at your house with you.
This is where we zag.
Whoa!
I think Eric has much more esteem for the remake now. I don't think he's ever loved Final Fantasy VII.
Loved enough to buy it.
He's a tenor. He loves some 10 and some 6.
10 and 6. Baby.
This is you think it shouldn't be on the list, and that it wouldn't be on your list either. Is my answer.
All right. Mike zagged, but he should have zigged.
Ooh, zig a zig.
That's 2 points for each of Tomas and Caleb. I love your points, Mike. I think your points are
good.
very,
I was
very
like,
valid.
damn, I fucked up.
Yeah, you convinced me that I chose wrong.
I don't know. You have you would have both.
Yeah.
Versions of 7. Oh god.
It's 100 games, man.
That's
100
silly.
games.
That is okay.
I already like this game.
Let's commence. Let's keep going.
All right.
Okay, I see what we're doing here. This is Eric's silly list. All right.
This is Eric's silly updated list. So fair point, fair reminder. Thank you for that.
Eric's silly list.
And if it helps you guys at all, for like my list, my personal 100, I did take strides to take nostalgia out of my thing a little bit.
Obviously not.
I basically weighted highest for my personal top 100 on would I like boot this game back up and feel like I would enjoy it. So just keep that in mind for my own personal 100. That may not matter as much for IGN's top 100. So round 3.
Right, we got some ground to make up. Here we go.
Let's go.
Game number 97 on IGN's list, Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Mike, start us off.
Man, you really like these games.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely some Eric games.
Man, I'm blanking on if you like this one a lot though. I'm gonna go. You think it should be higher, and it's also on your list.
Hey, Tomas.
I'm gonna go same, higher on your list.
And Kayla.
Same. Higher and on your list.
Wow. No points awarded in that round whatsoever.
There's too many of these games. You like some
this
of them.
was one that you did like. I was so confident. I was like, yeah,
Now
he
I'm
talks
kind
about
of
this
like,
one.
yeah, he
This is the
doesn't like
pirate
this
one.
Everyone else
Yeah,
does.
I thought Eric always wanted to be a pirate. I've known Eric the longest. He went as a pirate
Tomas,
for Halloween like 10 times. So.
I was Peter Pan before I was ever a pirate, so just so you know. All right. We're going for round 4 all the way up to game number 88 on IGN's list.
That's a big jump, baby.
Inside for Kayla.
Well, let me
Kind of a dark platformer side scroller.
Yeah, from the creators of Limbo.
Mm.
Play Dead.
It's also Bo Burnham.
Inside is fantastic.
I'm gonna say that this game is not on your list and that it should be lower.
All right. Tomas.
I've personally never played this game. So,
Oh, play it, Tomas. Play it.
well, yeah, you just told me it's the same makers as Limbo, so I'll put it on the list. But I don't think it's on Eric's list. And yeah, so I guess based off of that, lower.
I know Eric liked it. I'm gonna say lower, but it is on your list. It's at the
Keep in
toward the
mind-
top.
Keep in mind, he's got 2 Final Fantasies on his list. Final Fantasy 7's on his list. So
Yeah,
Hey,
he couldn't think of another great game to replace Final Fantasy VII, the original. Yes.
Oh my
you
God.
shouldn't be so salty, Mike, because you're the only one who scored 2 points in that round.
Oh yeah, I did.
Whoa!
Mike with 2 points, Kayla and Tomas each with 1 point in that
I'll take
round.
it.
I thought that one could be on it. I thought for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Fun game. Titanfall 2 was number 87 on the list of IGN's top 100. Mike, what do you think of Titanfall 2?
You love this campaign. You think it should be higher, and it is also on your list. No one
Tomas?
listened to what I said, though. You guys can't.
Yeah, I'm going strictly based off of the fact that you said Eric loved the campaign. I'm going with both of Mike's answers. I know Eric loves
need to-
himself a
I
good
need to
campaign.
stop, giving you guys.
On the list, higher. Stop giving us context clues, bro.
Kayla, you sticking with or you changing up? What's up?
A little different. I'll say that it's on your list. I wish I could say that it belongs right here. Can I do that? It doesn't need to
I
be
was-
higher.
I was going to like add that as a wrinkle too, but I felt like that was too many rules and too many like potential
bit.
points.
I mean, the question
is
I
there a
wrote
push
down
in
is,
the
should
list?
it be higher?
I'm sorry.
The question is, should it be higher? So if I say no, then that could say it belongs right here.
Okay. We'll go with
I
that
think
one.
that's fair.
That's fair.
Okay.
I think that's fair in a number of factors because you're right. Like 87 is probably where I'd like put Titanfall 2
I think
on
so,
my
too.
list. So I had it. I said like down. I think it should be down on the
Okay.
list, not quite as
Okay.
high, but it was on my personal list. So
Okay.
1 point to Mike and Tomas, 2 points to Kayla on that one.
Good read,
Okay.
Kayla. I thought it would be a 60-ish for the E-Man.
There are definitely
Thank
some
you.
pushes on this list where I'm
I
like,
think
Really?
it could
yeah,
have
that's kind of
hit in the
good.
70s.
Yeah.
I don't
We're-
think it's 60 though.
There were none that you got right on the head, like you matched with them. Were there any?
You know, I didn't because I'm
Didn't even
still
think
kind of
about it.
ordering mine a little
Ah.
bit.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're
So
cheating. Okay,
yeah, a little bit.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense for you.
He's
You
just
don't-
going with the flow.
Yeah, you
There you
never. You never answer your own shit.
Number
Make a
86
list.
is next, I think.
Yeah,
So do
Tony
I. I
Hawk,
have it on
that's
my
gotta
notes.
be on there.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is
Didn't mention that we needed more Tony Hawk in his life.
number
Yeah.
86.
Yeah. Microsoft joint. Here we go.
So Kayla,
There it is.
I'm going to say that this game is on your list and that it should be higher.
all right, and Tomas.
On the list, and just because of the soundtrack, needs to be higher.
And Mike.
Eric likes to use the term pillar for certain things. This is a pillar. This should be higher, and it is on his list.
So this is one of the rare ones where I think it should be higher on IGN's list, but is not on my personal list. Did not make my
God.
personal list.
What's wrong
1
with
point across the board, guys. You guys all got a point.
Yay. I'm so
Whoa.
disappointed, Eric.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
man.
not disappointed in the score. I'm disappointed in you. So
Yeah. Oh, no. What?
I'm literally saying IGN has better taste than me, guys. I mean, that's
I,
what I'm literally
oh
saying in this
man.
one.
Woof.
Uh,
All right, let's
Big wolf.
not belabor. Oh,
Number 84
yeah, yeah.
was Resident Evil 2 Remake. Mike, what do you got?
That's a tricky dicky. So you got
Well,
the
I guess my
you got the
context clues
original on
haven't
there
been so
too?
great. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say what I want to say. I think this would have been like your game of the year that year, and it would be higher. It should be higher on the list, and it's on your list.
Tomas?
So it's like since that one we've had another remake, and then we've also had Village. So I'm trying to factor those into there. Seem to get a. Trying to remember what your overall read on Village was. So I know you're a big fan of 7. Uh, there's a lot of fucking Resident Evils too. Jesus Christ.
Too many. Too many.
What is it? Yeah, good God. I think you'd probably have Code Veronica higher than this, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Gun Survivor.
Yeah, Gun Survivor.
Outbreak File 2.
I'm gonna say it's on your list, but I'm gonna say it's lower. I'm gonna zag.
Okay. How about you, Kayla?
I'm gonna say it's on his list, and I'm gonna say it's much higher. I think this is top 20 for Eric.
Get the fuck
I wasn't
out.
thinking that high, but
Well,
potentially.
yeah.
25.
Wow.
Let's see.
Kayla and Mike both scored 2 points. Tomas got 1 point. I
Yeah.
think
I'll
it
take
should be
that.
higher, and it is on my list.
Yeah. He really.
There's just a
He's
lot of
gaga.
RE. Scoogu for Gaga. Okay, so Eric's top 20. 7 of them are Resident Evil games. Got it.
And Final Fantasy International, 7
International.
International Edition, Final Fantasy, like just the cell phone
Both
snowboarding game.
both
You
Tactics
really like
releases.
this one.
He likes the original Tactics, War of the Lions re-release for the PS Vita. Both
you
on
guys,
there.
you guys.
I don't know that Tactics is on IGN's list. I didn't think I noticed it.
All right. Next round, guys. Mortal Kombat 11, number 82 on IGN's list.
Do I start this one?
Kayla starts this one.
Okay.
Yeah, like a snack.
I think that this is on your list. And I do not think it should be higher.
All right. And Tomas.
I'm gonna go with the same. I've never known you as an avid fighter game person. So yeah, on the list, not higher.
Mike.
This when I was calculating my stats for this list as well, games games played, and when this is one when I got to it, I'm like, oh, that fucker beat this game, and it's like because I was competing, of course. I don't. I think it lower, and it's not on your list. I don't think it made the cut.
Ooh.
Mike knows me so well. Mike with 2
Nice.
points. Tomas and Kayla each with 1. Mortal Kombat 11. Enjoyed
take
that
one.
game.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, that's
but
the read you gave up. Yeah, yeah.
it's not
Okay.
top 100, quality. All right. Number 80,
Yeah.
Dark Souls for Mike.
Sword and board, baby.
This is tough. I know you like these games a lot.
He does.
I don't know if you love this one that much
There's a
more than
better,
others.
There's a better version of this kind of game on this list too. So
Big list. It's so hard.
yeah, it is.
I think you think it should be higher and that it's on your list.
Tomas.
I'm gonna have to go with the same. I think. I don't know. Like, yeah, higher because we're only at 80 still, right? Yeah. So
80, yeah.
higher and on your list.
How about you, Kayla?
I'm gonna say it's not on your list.
Zigged.
And that
This is a coin flip one.
I'm going to say it's not on your list and that it should not be higher.
Wow.
Ooh, ooh.
Big zag on that one.
Big. Wow.
Should have zigged.
Oof.
That's a 2
There's a lot of
points
other
for
games.
Mike and Tomas. There's a lot of other games, but I
There
do
is.
quite
I
enjoy
thought-
Dark Souls.
Yeah, I was thinking out of all of them, this would probably not be your favorite one.
Well, no.
We'll see.
he's-
We'll see.
He's got sure
Right.
Bloodborne's
You just got them
pretty
all in
close
there.
to its spot.
There's a lot of Soulsborne games.
Yeah.
That's why I thought maybe the original would be the one you'd cut off.
I think I liked your zag, Kayla. I thought
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this was a coin flip, like Mike
Yeah.
said.
All right. Number
Fortnite, 79. Let's go.
No. Number 77, GoldenEye 007. For Kayla.
lot of fun sleepovers with that bad boy.
I'll say that this is on your list and that it should not be higher.
Tomas.
List lower.
And Mike.
Fable 2 is 78 before this. Fable 2 should not be on the list. That's the one that stood out to me like fuck this game.
Agreed.
Eric, you're a purist. You like your nostalgia for this fucking shitty GoldenEye game.
He's a purist. No Jet Force Gemini on this list, Eric.
Higher on the list.
Ooh.
Oh, poor Mike. No, not on my list, and I think GoldenEye is overrated.
Ooh.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm getting mixed up then.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna. I did enjoy it
Yeah,
at
Force
the
Gemini
time
kid.
very much, but I think like in a small library of Nintendo 64,
Yeah.
and then an even smaller library of like Nintendo 64 like fun party multiplayer stuff, GoldenEye's just not there for me. You know, so anymore.
Give me a
talk
recap.
Uh,
I'm upset that I got it wrong, but I'm glad for your answer. I agree with you.
no points for Mike in that round, but a point for Tomas and a point for Kayla in that round.
I'll take it. Give me
Good
that
job,
point.
guys.
Number 71, Donkey Kong Arcade.
Donkey
Oh,
Kong.
fun pick.
On Mike.
That's Mike, yeah.
Wow, I wasn't anticipating this one.
I mean, most people have played this game.
Played a lot of it. Quite a
Yeah.
bit.
I think I went to Disney Quest with you once, Eric. So
I think you might be right.
Lower, not on the list.
What number is this?
This is number
71.
71, Donkey Kong Arcade.
Donkey Kong.
Tomas.
Not on your list and lower.
And Kayla.
Yeah, not on your list and lower.
It had its time, but not on my list, and I don't know. I don't think there's anything super special about this game.
Yep.
So you guys all scored 2 points that round.
Yeah.
That one can only still remain on the list just based on importance. That's all.
Yeah.
That means.
Sure.
No one's clamoring to fucking play that game ever.
Agreed.
Man, baby.
Billy Mitchell is the only fucking person.
Well, that's because he's just using it to sue people now. So
Yes.
I'd
Yeah,
even argue that there's more fun games of that like era of that like arcade, era.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
all right, 67, Silent Hill 2, for Kayla.
getting to the nitty gritty.
On your list. And it should be higher.
And Tomas
I'm going with the same. On your list, higher. You like spooky jams.
and Mike.
Oh man, I kind of want to zag. I kind of want to zag just a little bit. I think it's
The only way you're gonna get ahead, bro.
I think it's a list, but a little lower. A little lower.
Ooh. Right in mid tier.
You guys keep zagging, when you should zig. Mike with 1 point,
Yeah.
Tomas and Kayla with 2 points.
All right.
Was it
all right.
close? Would it be close?
It's very close. I would
Yeah.
say
Okay.
it's
okay,
this is one of those push ones.
Yeah.
This was
Yeah.
a gut
That's-
kind of call.
I thought it might have just been a little lower. Oh well.
Mhm.
Price is wrong.
Damn.
Number 66. So here we go.
Let's get with it. come
No,
on.
number 65. What was 66? I didn't even.
San
San
Andreas.
Andreas.
Never beat it.
Ah, okay.
So number
Fair.
65, XCOM 2.
That's on me.
That's on
Yeah.
Mike.
No, shit. Yeah, snake.
Pretty good game. I think you like it more than I do, maybe.
Eric
On the
doesn't.
list higher.
XCOM 2 for Tomas.
I'm gonna go the same. You love strategy games, so on the list higher.
Kayla.
On the list and higher.
I love strategy games. 2 points for everyone.
Yeah.
Number 64, Control.
Nintendo.
Ultra,
Ultra 64.
for Kayla. Control for
On the
Kayla.
list and higher.
Tomas.
Never played it. On the list, I'm gonna zag lower.
And Mike.
I thought we were all gonna go chalk. List and higher for me. I'm gonna go with Kayla. Kayla's answer. Great
I
game.
love Control. It's so good. So that's 2 points for Mike, 2 for Kayla, and
I'll take my 1.
for Tomas. It's so good. Here's an interesting one, guys. 63, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So that's the first in the Modern Warfare trilogy to Mike.
I know you like the campaign a lot.
Loves the campaign.
I don't know how you felt about that multiplayer. I think you'd rather just play like Warzone over that or something. Man, lower on your list.
Tomas?
Hard because there's a few of these. So
Trilogy.
I know. I'm just saying, it's like
A trilogy of the already fourth one.
yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
even
confusing.
accurate either.
it's like I personally didn't play this one. I played 2. And before the podcast, spoiler, we were talking about these games. So, but I'm gonna say it's on your list, but lower.
Okay, and Caleb.
I'm gonna say it's on your list and lower.
All right, I think everyone had the same thing, and you all
Yeah.
get 1 point. For
Oh,
that
I
one.
wanted to.
Higher, huh?
No, not on my list.
Lower.
That's what I wanted
Oh,
to say.
I'm saying there's
We got
there's
so
3 of them.
scared.
There's 3 of
There's
them.
3 of
so-
these games, so
Yeah.
that might tell you something. About
okay.
You
thought.
just
Yeah.
said you zig when you should zag. So I was like, no, I should zag. Bring it back in.
He's breaking your ankles.
Ugh.
Number 62, Rise of the Tomb Raider for Kayla. So this is the sequel to Tomb Raider in the rebooted version.
boot.
I'm
I'm so glad Kayla's going first on
We are
this.
at a tricky middle here. Tricky middle.
Tricky middle.
Tricky middle.
And
And
nougaty
this is the
center.
second one. I'm gonna say that it's on your list and higher.
Ooh.
And Tomas.
So disappointing.
I'm gonna zig. It's on your list, but lower.
Mike, what do you got?
I know
Do
you
the
like
total
these
zig
games.
and like.
I
say
know
the
you
odds.
like
Not
these
on your
games.
list because that's what the timeline I want to live in. Lower, and this game is not on your list because it's overrated.
Oh, Mike. Oh,
Wow.
Mike. Hot takes. Hot takes.
Always.
Well, I think this is the first round where we had all of
Everybody
the
different.
available things
Yep.
picked. So Mike with no points, Tomas with 1 point,
suck.
and Kayla with 2
Wow,
points.
higher? Really?
Hey man, I dig Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I
dig it.
I knew Kayla was right too. I don't care. I knew. I was like, "Yep."
It was a hard one.
I
It
should
was
go
hard.
with Kayla because she
very
she
principled
sat next to this
answer.
motherfucker playing that.
Oh, number 60, Dishonored 2. Kayla started off.
Good start.
I think that this is on your list and that it should be higher.
All right, Tomas.
I'm gonna say your list, but lower.
And Mike.
I'm gonna agree with Tomas. I think list lower.
Mike and Tomas, each with 2 points. Kayla with 1
Doubles.
point on that
Woo!
one.
Coming back. Coming back.
Just
Close
under
the
2
gap.
is cool. I like that game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't see that as a 50 for you.
Yeah.
Number 57, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves for Mike.
Keep in mind, there's a lot of these games.
5 of these games.
There are 5 of these
There's
games.
a lot of these games. Talk about the fourth one a lot.
And if we're counting Vita, there's fucking 6 of these.
Who's
Oh,
counting
geez.
Vita? Stop. No one's counting Vita.
I count Vita. Vita's
Yeah.
cool.
What,
I never
what
owned
was,
it,
what,
but I
what
wanted
was
to.
What was Aaron's fishing game? Hooked on?
You're right. That's a Vita game, right?
Let's fish, get hooked.
Love it.
Man, this game. Oof. Man,
It
this
is
might be one of your
fucking
silly Batman things now, where it's not on your list, but you think it should be higher.
good.
Lower, not on your list.
All right. Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, Tomas.
I'm gonna go with Mike. There's like a million of these fucking games, and they just progressively get better. So lower, not on your list.
What do you think, Kayla? You've actually played through, I think, all of them.
Did Mike and Tomas say opposites?
No, they
we
said the
agreed.
same thing. They said it's not on my list, and it should be lower on IGN's list.
I agree.
Well, you guys are all pretty smart.
Oh,
That's 2 across the board for the team. And
try to snick a snake.
Tomas kind of maybe said something important in that round. Next round, Apex Legends number 55. One cannot complete Apex Legends, but I put it on the list. I've
Sure as
Who
hell
completed
did I
tried,
beat
damn
that
it.
game? Don't
tell
you
me
know,
what
me
I
and Mike
can't
have
do.
beat that game. You know,
Yeah,
so.
I put that I completed it on my
Good.
total. So
Kayla, what do you think about Apex Legends at 55?
I think that it is on your list, and I think that it should be higher.
Ooh.
Just a little bit,
Tomas.
but it's in the sticky area.
I'm gonna go on your list. I'm gonna zag and go lower.
And Mike.
list and lower.
List and higher for Apex
Ooh.
Legends for me.
Wow.
Ooh. Wow.
So
Wow.
1 point to Mike, 1 point to Tomas,
I didn't know
and
Eric liked to play with people.
We played a lot of Apex.
we
were
played a ass load of Apex.
played a lot of Apex.
Apex ass load. It's fun.
Mm.
Hollow Knight number
Ooh.
54 for Mike.
I was gonna say it. If this was Mike, I would know. So
This is the one where I just so happy to just see it on the list. See,
yes,
I think it's in
yeah.
a great spot. I think it will just grow in people's hearts. Such a great game. Made Eric's list. I think it has broadened him to the world of Metroidvania, which is exciting. And a little higher, maybe a little higher. I think he liked it a lot. I think it's
Okay.
What do you think, Tomas? You've just heard everything I said about Metroid Dread, so no.
You enjoyed it.
this game's better than that. So much better than
Wow.
that.
Yeah, like as I said, like if this was Mike, this would be easy. It's on your list, especially as you said you updated it. So, and kind of a coin flip. We're in that, like we've been talking. We're in that nougaty center right now, swimming through the caramel.
It's a little better. It's a little better.
I want it to be higher, so I'm gonna go with higher.
And Kayla.
It's on your list, and it's higher. Should be higher.
2s across the board. Hollow Knight is a
Yeet.
masterpiece.
I'm so happy to hear you say that.
It's great. I
So
love it.
nice. I never thought I would hear that.
Yeah, that's probably the nicest thing I've heard all day. Like,
It's so
you
good.
just made my weekend.
Except for all of this Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Oh wait, now we're comparing 7 to Hollow Knight. Oh, trash. Just
Yeah.
no. 53 Miss Pac-Man, first ever sequel.
She gobbles balls.
Kayla, Miss Pac-Man.
I'm gonna say that it is not on your list and that it should not be higher.
Tomas.
Ooh. Yeah, not on your list and lower.
Not on
And
your
Mike.
list higher. I think you respect it.
Ooh.
I do respect it, but I don't respect it that much.
Respect
Okay.
is getting on the list.
And I actually like playing Miss Pac-Man as well. I actually enjoy it, but no, I don't. I don't think, you know, we've come very far.
Leaps and
Let's
bounds, yes.
Sam Claiborne's paragraph didn't sell you.
I love Sam, but
Ugh.
Tomas and Kayla scored 2 points. Mike with 1 point in that round.
Nice.
Left 4 Dead 2 at 51.
That game's
It's a lot of
fun
numbers.
as fuck.
It's a lot of numbers, Mike.
Left 4 Dead 2. Man, you like this one a lot.
This is a fun fucking game.
Man, this is such a push right here at 51.
Yeah, it's right on that list.
List
Right on the cusp.
lower.
List lower. Tomas.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Fuck. I'm gonna say it's definitely on your list. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go higher. Go opposite of Mike. Just a little bit higher. Slightly.
Kayla, Left 4 Dead 2.
Lower.
That was list and lower.
Mhm.
All right. This was a stumper for you guys. Tomas got a point there, and Kayla and Mike with no points. So I loved Left 4 Dead, the original, played a ton of it. And something about Left 4 Dead 2, I think it's a better game, probably, if I went back.
It
But
is.
I just don't have the same like love for it. I liked the stages from 1. I think it was diminishing returns for me, let's say.
It was so much
kinda
better.
thing. Um
2 had the levels from 1 though.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, eventually, right? Like, not
I
straight
think
out
it
of
was
the gate.
yeah, it came a
It
little
was
later.
an eventually thing, but
And that was the thing, I bought it, like, day 1, played the hell out of it, and just didn't
Yeah, I
stick with
played a
me.
lot of 2.
I
Yeah.
played the fuck
Played
out
the
of it.
randos even.
Yep, same.
That wasn't fun. That was not fun.
Oh, God.
I remember trying to get the extreme like beat a campaign on extreme. Like
Oof.
me, Dune, and a few of his friends would try that every once in a while.
Looney Tunes.
Yep.
We're into the top 50, folks. Number 48,
Hold on,
StarCraft.
you missed Earthbound and Diblo 2, bro.
Never played, I've played through, like, half of Earthbound,
You're
and
kidding.
I don't think I've played Diablo 2 at all. I've seen Diablo played, quite a bit,
You didn't
but
miss nothing.
right. So, Kayla, StarCraft.
You love these kind of games, Eric.
Yeah, I think that it's on your list and lower.
On my list and lower. Tomas.
I'm gonna say it's on your list, and just for the sheer fact that it's not Age of Empires, lower.
And
Good
Mike.
point, Tomas. Not on the list. Lower because of things like you love StarCraft 2. Age of Empires 4 has been added to the list, I would think. And yeah, not on the list. Lower.
Okay.
Guys, I love strategy games.
You do. You fucking love them.
I think it's should be higher, and it's also on my list.
Holy shit! So you got
yes.
all those games just at the top of your list?
Yeah, like come on, man. What are you doing here?
Sorry, guys. I like strategy games.
All right, I'll take my point.
1 point for Tomas, 1 point for Kayla, no points for Mr. Michael Nelson.
All right. World of Warcraft.
Number
Let's do it.
44,
World of Warcraft.
Oh,
Final Fantasy VI for
it's
Mike.
softball.
Yeah, that's
Higher list.
Tomas,
higher on your list.
Kayla.
It's on
Zag,
your list and it
zag.
should be higher.
Anyone want to guess what number 2 on my top 100 video games of all time is?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VI. So 2 points for everyone that round. IGN robbed Final Fantasy VI.
Damn. Fuck IGN.
Number 43, Pokemon Yellow for Kayla.
It's on your list and lower.
Tomas.
It's one of those ones where there's. I don't think you played much Pokemon outside of the original. But you definitely weren't as big into Pokemon as I was. And if this was my list, Pokemon Yellow wouldn't have gotten anywhere near it. So I want to say not on your list, lower.
Mike.
Oh man, I think this is. I think you like this one.
This is the
Man.
worst of the three that first came out.
Oh, I disagree. Um,
Starting with Pikachu sucks.
that's why you get a Nidoking, motherfucker, and you rock.
You could do that in red and red and blue. Other than that, it's the same thing.
And on your list, lower. I
Golden
think
Silver.
you hold it in high regard.
I think I hold Pokemon Yellow in the highest regard.
Oh
Really?
my, higher.
Uh,
Gosh.
1 point for Mike, 1 point for Kayla, no points for Tomas there. Shit take, Tomas, shit take. But you are the Pokemon guy, so
There's just
whatever.
better games. Like, should have put Gold and Silver on here. Easily. Second generation.
Had I played
much
them,
better than
you
first.
know?
No, I'm
Yeah,
not talking
yeah.
about you. I'm talking about IGN.
Hey, man. Me and IGN, we go way back.
Oh, solid.
41, The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim to Mike.
Ooh.
Uh,
41.
Ooh.
Not on your original list, I believe, back in the day. I don't think he had played it at the time.
Okay.
I am a more recent convert to Skyrim. than
On the
most.
list, higher, slightly,
Tomas.
maybe a lot.
On-
Who knows?
On the list, higher.
Kayla.
On the list higher.
2 points all around. Skyrim is fantastic.
GameStopBomb.com, baby.
Give me 40.
Give me
Here we
shelter.
go. Number
Boom.
40, the most controversial game on this list.
Is it?
Resident Evil 4. Folks. Resident Evil 4.
They haven't
This
made a
one will be
remake
fun,
yet.
I think. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Kayla.
We talking about the Oculus version?
Yes. Yeah. I played it just before. I just took the goggles off just
Okay.
before we started recording.
Got out of the metaverse.
Well, I'm never out of the metaverse.
I think it's on your list and lower.
Tomas.
Think it's on your list. I want it to be higher. Ooh, be a lot easier for Mike. I'm gonna, fuck it. I'm gonna say it's on your list and higher, but I'm probably wrong.
Mike.
A zig. Lower, not on your list.
1 point for Mike, 1 point for Tomas, and 2 points for Kayla. Resident Evil 4 is a really good game. It's a top 100 game, but
I don't believe that it should be on your 100. It should
Not
either
top
be in
100.
someone's top 10 or not on their list. That's how it works with Resident Evil 4.
And it's weirdos like you that make that game. Anyway, all right.
All right, 39. Shadow of the Colossus.
39,
Let's go.
Shadow of the Colossus. To Kayla, I believe.
I think it's on your list and lower.
Tomas.
Definitely know it's lower on your list. You didn't enjoy this game, from what I understand. Now, do you respect the game? That's the higher question.
Yeah, he might be doing some Batman shit
Yeah,
here.
you might be doing some that voodoo that you do. Oh God, it breaks my heart too. This game's so near and dear to me. I'm gonna say it's on your list, but much lower.
Mike.
This part of the list is like my jam right here, like my number 5 and 4 game of
Oh,
all
yeah,
time. These last two. Higher, not on your list.
1 point all around.
Mm.
I did not have this on my list, and I think it's one of the most overrated games of all time. So
It's a shame.
it's great that it's sitting right there in a nice sandwich with Resident Evil 4. You know, I feel like they put those there
Bad
just for
takes.
just for me.
Bad-
You know.
Bad takes.
All right, that's what I do. I upset people.
Now,
at this
you want to talk about a bad take? Let's talk about Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Hey, here we
Yeah.
go. Number 38.
I
Last
know.
of Us Part 2. What do you got, Mike?
You want to talk overrated? This is. There's no way this game should be top 50. This bloated fucking jerk off of a fucking game.
Let's
God.
go. All day.
On Eric's list, and he loves it. He slurps up fucking Neil Druckmann and higher.
Like Gogurt, baby.
Yeah, he's Jogurt on the list and higher for Eric.
What do you
Okay.
think, Tomas?
I'm gonna have to go with the same. Not as high as Last of Us 1, but it's on your list and it's high.
I don't know. This might be his number one.
Kayla?
It's on your list. And it's lower.
Ooh, she's agged.
Mike and Tomas with 2 points apiece.
Yeah, this is like.
Give me that 2-piece, baby.
I would
38,
guess this is number
not bad.
11 on his fucking list or something.
Last of Us Part 2. IGN said it best. Masterpiece. 36. Metal Gear Solid.
Gear.
Kayla.
Dang, I wish I could keep all that straight. How does it go again? No, I'm just
Not
kidding.
easier first, Mike. Yeah. Good luck.
I'm
give you
gonna
the
say
good notes.
that Metal Gear Solid.
This is the original PS1 Metal Gear Solid.
I'm gonna say that it is on your list. And it's lower.
Tomas?
I'm gonna say the same thing because this one doesn't have skateboarding in it.
Fair
And
point.
Mike?
Yeah, I
I think he respects the game, but he also realizes that there's better ones of this series.
Yes, Kayla's point I think was like there's 17 games in this series, so
There's a bit.
with a
Well,
very funky timeline. Yeah,
Time
list
loops
lower. I'll
before there
chalk.
were loops.
A
1
lot
point.
Lay low.
Across the board.
Not gonna make
I
it,
think
huh?
it should be higher on IGN's list. It is not higher on my list. It's on my list, but just a wonderful cast of characters. I think that's what sets it apart for me.
I mean,
I think.
what they did with the first one, the full voice acting, and that was like, I mean, I get it, but like, 2 and 3 are just better. I mean, 3's on this list and it's higher, so.
There you go. I put actually the Twin Snakes version on my top 100.
Nah.
Because I personally
Doesn't
really like
count.
that version. I really like that version. But
For the music in one.
34, The
Very
Legend
good.
of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Lurgan Deserved.
Mike.
Tough. That's a tough one.
Man.
I think Eric's more of a Majora's Mask guy. No.
On your list lower.
Tomas.
I'm gonna go with the same on your list, but lower.
And Kayla.
Sometimes you just want to do something different. It's hard. You're like, dang, they both did the same thing.
It's
Should
the only way you're
I?
gonna pull ahead too,
Should
technically.
Yeah. Even though I think you're already ahead.
But
I think it's not on your list and that it should be lower.
Man. If
Kayla
she
got
wasn't leading before, she might be now. 2 points
Ooh.
for Kayla, and 1 point for each of Mike and
Okay.
Tomas.
I'll
Yeah.
take what I can get.
31.
Used to love that game quite a bit.
All right, let's
Ocarina
talk
of Time.
about Minecraft, guys.
32.
Oh, 32.
Mr. Michael Nelson. Halo Combat
Ooh.
Evolved, a recent
Oh, that's
play
right.
of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recently played Halo Combat Evolved.
Did you
Kayla,
play it with the pretty filter or the OG filter?
OG.
Oh, what? Only one version exists in my mind. So
Now
That's not
I got
fair.
one question before this. Have you played Halo 2?
I have. Those are the two that I have played. Well, I've also played a little bit of the Infinite
question.
multiplayer, but I played
Good.
Halo 1 and 2.
I
But
go
Kayla,
first?
yeah.
I'm gonna say that this is on your list and it's lower.
Tomas
I'm gonna say since it's only recently, not on your list and lower.
and Mike.
Not on the list. Lower.
1 point for Mike, 1 for Tomas, and 2 for Kayla.
Halo 2 is
Very,
better.
very low on my list. I think it might be sitting at number 100, but
Ooh.
I really fucking enjoyed this game.
Okay.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Half-Life 31.
Yeah,
Ooh, there you go,
Mike.
baby.
man.
Eric
This
does love
game's good.
crowbar. This game's real fucking good.
There's a better one though. Half-Life 2 is better. On the
Have you played
list,
Half-Life 2?
lower for
On the
Eric.
list and lower was Mike's. Tomas.
I'm gonna say on your list and higher. You love your fucking crowbar, bro.
Kayla. How much
On
do
your
I
list
love
and
crowbars?
lower.
Gotcha. Mike and Kayla with 1 point. Tomas, he knows I love that crowbar.
Oh
He
man,
knows it.
baby.
Sunk a lot of hours into Half-Life. A lot of
Absolutely.
hours. Mostly because
okay.
I
I'm not
wasn't
mad
good
at
at it. There was a lot of just running down the wrong corridor.
All good. Still have a good time.
Tetris, number 28,
Ooh.
Kayla.
Tetris good, baby.
Tetris. On your list and lower.
Tomas.
Say on your list and lower.
Mike.
I want to zag a little bit. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna agree with everyone else.
1 point across the board. Not on my list.
I didn't. Damn it.
I played the Tetris Effect recently,
Yeah.
and I think that's the only way you should ever play Tetris. Now that that is in existence, if you can play the Tetris Effect and you want to play Tetris, that's the way to do it. So I see there's no reason to play original OG Tetris anymore.
I disagree.
But 27, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater from
The
Mike.
best one.
This is tough. You had Solid Snake for the bracket, not Big Boss or the Boss.
It's true, and he said a lot of negative things about the biggest of the bosses.
Yeah. On your list, lower.
Tomas?
Still got to make the cut. If it doesn't make the cut, I will be
Severely
very
disappointed.
disappointed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna go.
disappointed you
I'm gonna-
before, you know.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Mike on the list lower because you're insane.
Kayla.
I'm gonna go on the list higher.
Ooh,
Oh.
zagging dragon.
I appreciate you looking out for me there, Kayla, but it's on my list and lower. So 2 points to Mike and Tomas.
You're wrong, but
Yeah.
I'll take my 2 points.
1 point to Kayla. 1 point.
I think the lower part is fine. I think it's a lot lower for Eric, though.
Yeah, definitely.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Number 25, God of War. This is the 2018 version of God of War.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Kayla.
It's on your list and higher.
Yeah.
To Tomas.
Now knowing that it's the 2018 version, on your list higher.
And Mike.
Yeah. List higher.
2 points across the board. That may have hit number 3 on my
Holy
top
fuck, dude.
100 list recently. I
Yeah,
think that's
no,
where I
Eric
have
does.
it.
Can't keep telling us that stuff. I'm filling it in already.
Well, we'll see.
I like it. I like it.
Come on, number
Remember.
24.
Number
Opportunity to talk about the ChronoCast.
24, Chrono
ChronoCast.
I
Trigger.
kind of wish you'd skip this one, Eric, because you're gonna make me mad.
He's gonna piss off a lot of our fan
This
base.
might not be on Eric's list,
Oh.
but I'm gonna have a little faith in him.
That's a lot of faith, bro.
On the list and probably at 99.
Tomas, what do you think?
Unlike some people, I have no faith in Eric. So not on the list. Lower.
Oh, goodness.
You
Don't
broke
tell
my
us.
heart.
Not on the list and lower.
Wow. Wow. How little you guys think of me, you know? Except Mike, because Mike's right.
Okay.
But Mike, you're not even that right. Chrono Trigger is solidly in the middle of my list.
I thought you, because you're a 6 guy, and 6 being lower on this list than Chrono Trigger, I thought you would try to stick it.
I'm not petty. I'm not
Stick
petty.
it to the trigger.
I'm not
No, I think
Jared
you're right.
Petty it, you know.
Okay.
Chrono Trigger is a very, very good game. Probably the
is.
second best it's amongst the best Super Nintendo games.
You got a
That
lot more
was
respect from me
2
now.
for Nelson and 1 for Tomas and I.
That's correct.
I'll take my
Number
1 point and I apologize.
22, Street Fighter 2.
It's not even the good version.
See, I don't even know. So let's just say when I hear the term Street Fighter 2, I think of whatever the good
Turbo.
version is, because I know there's like Turbo and Super
Hyper
Great
fighting.
Mega Hyper
Yeah.
Fight. Yeah, all that.
The one that's
It's
got
just
all of
Street
it
Fighter
bundled.
2. Yeah,
okay.
it's just Street Fighter 2.
Me?
Kayla, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Number
going to say it's
22.
on your list and lower.
I'll
Tomas
say that's a pretty safe guess on your list. Lower. Respect.
and Mike.
I
don't see
agree.
you as a third
On
strike
your
guy.
list, lower.
2s across the board.
Yeah.
Big fan of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah.
That's the most
enough.
successful I've ever been playing a fighting game in my life.
Yep.
Street Fighter.
Least amount of technique in a fighting game yet. So
It's made for me, man. It's just made
absolutely is.
for me. Super Mario Brothers, the
21.
OG original
OG triple OG.
for Mike.
Not on your list higher, I will say.
Whoa.
Tomas.
I'm gonna say on your list lower.
Kayla.
I'm going to say it's on your list and lower.
All right. We had did we have all different
No.
different things?
Tomas
No.
and I
Okay.
said the
Kayla and I
same.
had the same.
Oh, gotcha. Wait.
On the list lower.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And Mike, you said what?
Not on the list.
Not on the
higher.
list higher.
Oh.
He zigged and zagged.
Yeah, he did. Well, no points to Mike. 1 point to each of Tomas and Kayla. Not on my list, and I think this is a pure nostalgia pick, or like not even a nostalgia pick, but a fundamental pick.
You get a point.
For IGN. What?
I get a point. I said not on your list higher.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be higher.
No, but he said it's
But I
not
get
on
the
your
point
list.
for it
He gets
not
a
being
point.
on your list.
Oh, my bad. Everyone gets a point. I think everyone
Yeah.
gets a point on that one.
Man, I want to recount already.
Oh
No,
no.
no.
Should have been tallying your own things.
Super Mario Brothers, 1 point across the board, and we'll never speak of it again.
Yeah.
Number 20, Undertale.
I forgot you played
Oh
this.
man.
Kayla. Oh, I played this game.
I know you
half
did.
asleep, like just straight.
When I was tallying up my my games, I'm like, man, I wish Josh didn't make this motherfucker play. Like this. I wish
Let
Josh
sleep-
only made me play this game.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
Yes, I've played Sleeping Dogs as well.
I have
Did
to.
not make the list.
Undertale, Kayla.
I think it's on your list and lower.
Tomas.
I'm gonna zag. I'm gonna say not on your list. Lower.
Mike.
Not on your list, lower.
2 points to each of Mike and Tomas. 1 point to Kayla. I just don't get Undertale. I just don't get it, guys.
Okay.
I just don't get it.
All I
So-
know is because I just making those arguments for Undyne Eric
I
put a lot of
tried,
time
man.
into it.
I watched some Undyne shit, man.
I know.
I've
And
given this
you
game.
just didn't seem very convinced, even with all the research you put yourself into. So
I tried, man. I'm not a quitter.
I'll give you that.
Number 19, Bloodborne
Bloodburn.
for Mike.
List higher.
Gonna have to go with the
Tomas,
same. Listing higher.
Kayla.
Listen higher.
2 points across the board.
Mm.
This one's right around a push, I think, on my list. I'm still kind of doing that, but I like where it's at like 19.
Good spot. Oh, here we go, baby.
BioShock. Number 18 on IGN's list. Kayla.
On your list and higher.
Tomas.
Kind of at a good spot.
I'm gonna say on your list, but lower because you like the Infinite much better.
Mike.
Man. List higher.
2 points for Mike and Kayla, 1
Ooh.
point for Tomas. But you are right, Tomas.
Yeah.
By the way.
That's the only reason I zagged. I know you hold this game in very high regard, though.
Great game. 17, The Last of Us. Mike.
That number 1 on your list?
List higher.
Tomas.
List higher. Highest you can go.
List
Kayla.
higher.
It has not been dethroned as of yet, folks. 2 across the board for everyone. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, number 16 on IGN's list. To Kayla.
On your list. I like where it's at.
Yeah.
Higher.
Ooh.
Tomas.
I'm just gonna continue to be the zagger. I'm gonna say on your list, but lower.
Mike.
Yeah, I think it's on the list lower. There can't be 30 games in the top 20. I don't know.
Sure.
Something's got to
Yeah,
give.
I know.
I think
That's
it's
where I'm
outside.
coming from.
I think it's outside.
Oh. Kayla with 2 points. Mike and
Good
Tomas with 1
God,
point.
man.
Higher. Oh, wow. Wow.
Witcher 3's good.
Wow. All right.
Um,
Let's play Halo 2.
Halo 2, number 15, Mike.
List lower.
Tomas.
Going with the same. List and lower.
Kayla.
List and lower.
Not on my list.
No.
Not on my list. Strictly because I don't remember much about Halo 2. I don't know. I remember Halo 1 really, really impressing me in a lot of ways, and Halo 2 just being like, okay, cool. I know a lot of people love it, but yeah, not on my list, and I think it should be lower.
So point across the board.
Point
Yeah.
across the board. Yeah, 1 point. Hades, number 13. To
It
Kayla.
breaks
Skip
my heart
Symphony
that
of
you
the Night.
skipped 14.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
you
14?
You skipped Symphony of the Night. You skipped it.
10
I
points,
know.
man.
I know.
Played it for like, what, 20 minutes that one time, maybe?
Oh my
I think that's a great
God.
spot for Symphony of the Night. I love to see
Yeah.
it there.
I'm so happy to see it that high up the list. I
I'm
don't know how I feel about
I'm going to
Hades
beat that
being
game
ahead of it.
someday. I'm going to do it.
I love Hades, but I don't know how I feel about it being ahead of it.
This was such a big surprise seeing it this high for me.
Yeah.
Pleasant surprise. I love Supergiant. Love that people also love Supergiant.
I think Eric thinks it should be even higher and that it's on his list.
Really?
Tomas,
Wow.
what do you think?
Well, I had no idea that Eric even played this game.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When I'm gonna go with the based off of the spouse reaction. I'm gonna say
Just cold
on
stone
your,
face.
on your list and higher. Eric loves
Mike.
Supergiant.
List lower. I can't think it's top 10 for
I want it. Well, it's 13.
but to be higher, it's
Yeah,
gotta be
It's gonna be 12. You know,
I don't think
a little
I
nuts.
don't think it's in the top 12.
So it's right behind Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII.
We're in the Matrix if his top game, like, I know he liked it a lot, but not top 12.
Game of the year.
I liked Hades quite a bit, but Mike is the 2-pointer here. I think it's a little high. I think it's a little high on the list.
Very
But
high.
I loved Hades quite a bit. So that's 2 points to Mike, 1 point to Tomas and Kayla on that one.
Okay.
Getting to the nitty-gritty, folks. Number 11, Super Mario Brothers 3. The stage play. Mike.
Lower, not on your list.
Whoa.
Tomas.
I'm gonna say on your list, but lower.
Kayla.
What did you say, Tomas?
On the list, lower.
Gonna and mm, I'm gonna say it's not on his list, and it's lower.
Which is what Mike said.
Yes.
So Mike and Kayla 1 point, Tomas 2 points.
Yay.
Did make
I
it, huh?
I like Super Mario 3, but it's right there in that Halo Combat Evolved zone, you know?
Sure.
Okay.
Um,
Better games. Better
Yeah.
Marios.
better
Top
Marios.
10.
Yep.
I thought it got pushed off by something, I thought it
It's
didn't.
close. Couple
Yeah.
more games, you know?
Yeah.
Give it another year.
Red Dead Redemption 2 at 8 on IGN's list. Starting
Skip
off
had
with
that too.
Kayla.
Gosh, this is to the tough part. It's on his list.
Is it that high?
Maybe.
Lower. By a little bit.
Ooh.
Tomas.
Yeah, like we're at nitty gritty, so yeah, that's a coin flip on a lot of these. I'll zag just for the sheer sake of keeping it
Fun.
interesting. On the list, higher.
Wow.
Mike.
Man, he's got 20 games in his top 5 too.
Yes, he does.
I could see it being maybe 7, but this seems like a teen. Like this is in the teens for Eric. On the list, I agree with Kayla. Slightly lower.
Tomas, big man on campus with 2 points.
Wow.
Ah,
Wow.
1 point
he
for
did it.
Kayla, 1 point for Mike.
Man, the marbles on Tomas. Good going.
Number 7 on IGN's list is Super Mario 64.
that's a fucking pull.
Mike.
I'm sorry.
Man, people love Mario
People
64.
fucking love this game, man. I just don't get it.
On Eric's list, much lower. I get 2 points if it's much lower, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You're right. Tomas.
I'm gonna say it's on the list, but lower.
Kayla.
But
I'm gonna
much
say
lower.
it's not on the list and lower.
Ooh.
Kayla with the big swing there.
Double
This was
dubs.
one that did get dropped. It's probably the 105th on my list or something like that.
Respect.
I dig it. I played a lot of it.
It's not a bad game, but number 7, come the fuck on, dude.
I think there's there's 2 other Mario games that I like quite a bit more. And I haven't even played a lot of Mario games. So there you go.
There you go.
Number 6, a new entry on my played list, Mass Effect 2.
Dose.
Kayla.
I think it's a new entry on his list,
Mhm.
but I do think it should be lower.
Tomas.
Yeah, I'm gonna say on the list, but lower.
And Mike.
Chalk it up. List lower.
2 across the board.
Eat.
Speaking of
Take-
2, we only have 2 more, and they're the top 2 games. So number 2 on IGN's list was
You didn't
Super
play Link to the
Mario.
Past?
I have never beaten Link to the Past. I played
Wow.
some of it, but I never owned a Super Nintendo,
Do
unfortunately.
yourself
so-
a favor and play Portal 2.
What's on the list?
Yeah. that
Oh,
game's
you
great.
haven't?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Portal 1
Wow.
only. I've only played Portal 1.
I have a disc of Portal 2, so
Is it a Xbox disc?
yeah.
That'll play in
Ooh.
my Xbox. Boom.
Yeah.
There
All
you
right.
go, baby.
So Super Mario World at number 2. Mike.
List lower.
Yeah.
Same for you, Tomas.
Yep. List lower.
List lower.
All right. Number 1. Can you guess it out there in TV land? I think everyone can probably guess this one. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was IGN's number 1 game of all time. Kayla, finish it off.
It's on the list and it's lower.
Yep. List and lower. I know that's not your number 1.
IGN nailed my 1 and 2.
Yeah. This
So
is definitely Mike. Should
big
be on
ups to
top.
IGN. I enjoyed the list overall. Of
Yeah.
course.
I did too.
I'm gonna take a little swing. Why not? It's the last one. Not on Eric's list. Lower.
I'm not that. Come on, I'm not that petty, Mike. It's overrated, but it's on my list. It's a great fucking game. So 1 point for Mike, 2 for Tomas, 2 for Kayla, and because I used a spreadsheet for this, first time breaking out Excel for this
what a
podcast.
beast.
Let's get a tally here, folks.
Are you texting people on Excel, bro?
I haven't gotten the Destiny's Child tech yet. All right, let's see. What do we got here? Great radio. I know it. You guys know how to use Excel?
Nope.
Okay.
Did it at one point.
All right,
Highlight
here we
it
go.
all.
Here we go. Third place with 71 points. And how well do you know the host? It's Michael Nelson.
Aw. Okay.
Took some
Second
chances.
place.
Didn't work out.
Second place. It was a close game. Second place was 75 points.
Oh shit! Yeah, that is close.
And it was Tomas.
All right. Wifey wins.
Kayla knows him best, 78 points. So we had a
Wow.
7-point spread from third to first.
Okay.
It's close, and just
Yeah.
a 3-point spread between second and final.
Not bad. I'm happy with those results.
It's fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was good. I had a lot of fun.
It's a good time, guys. Any thoughts on IGN's list, Mike? You said you kind of dug it, and number 1 and 2 were your 1 and 2.
Yeah. I mean, I did my full stats. I completed 59 of these games and played 84
Brag.
of them. So
Yep. Completed
Wow.
57 of them.
I'm lagging.
I didn't
we got good
see
taste.
how many
I
I
think.
played.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So if I got more than half of them that I've played all the way through, that's a pretty good litmus
Mhm.
test.
Yeah, and I think I played maybe like 65 at least, a little bit of them here.
Yeah. Well, like what I haven't played, probably watch some kind of like let's play or some kind of like game preview of it, to kind of get an understanding of it. So it's like I can understand why a lot of these are on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there anything that on the list you're like, man, if I want to try that or something, like because you saw it on or anything? Because I have one that I'm.
I want Eric
Ooh.
and Kayla to play Portal 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is
yeah.
on the list. It really is. We talk about
Definitely
it all
want
the
you guys
time.
to play that. Nothing
That's
really jumped
probably
out
the
at me.
one that's like
Yeah.
on my backlog that like really
Oh, well.
want to.
You guys recommended Inside,
Yeah.
so I'll definitely probably be looking into that one.
It's
I think
always
I
on.
didn't-
It's on sale all the time. It's short. It's awesome.
Nice.
I think I'd enjoy Earthbound. I've like seen it played, and I think I've played a little bit of it. I think
Tried
I'd
to play
enjoy
it
that
like
game a
3
little
times.
bit.
One
Couldn't.
of those like you kind of had to be there for it,
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like
seeing Disco Elysium at 10 makes me really want to give that one.
Yeah, I was like,
go.
holy shit! Like that was the one that like kind of kicked me. I was like, holy shit! Like that game. Like I remember you guys talked about it because of The
Josh
bracket
loves it. I
nonsense.
know it's
Yeah.
top 3 for Josh. I would say maybe he loves that game.
Holy shit.
It's
And
I think I'm gonna get the PS5 version soon. And
the coolest thing with that
I'm
game is,
like,
like,
I got a
it was not
PS5.
it wasn't voice acted, and then they just, like, patched in voice acting, like, a ton
Yeah,
of
that's pretty
yeah,
sick.
that's gonna help me a lot with this game.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'll get through it.
Yeah, I'm very afraid of the fact that it's just so text-based, like, even I love
I
the
mean,
art
it's an
style and
RPG, so
yeah, so yeah, that's I mean, gotta check that one out, we'll see. So yeah, that was fun. Pokemon Yellow is the best Pokemon game, Tomas. You can't convince me otherwise.
alright.
Uh,
I'm not gonna try to. Don't like yelling at brick walls, so but you're wrong, so
Oh. Well, thanks for playing, guys, and thank you all you out there for listening. This was episode 61. We played the IGN Top 100 game. As always, you can join our conversations on social media. We got Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We got a Facebook fan group called Monstars. If you're not there, join. And, we want to hear from you. If you want to hear your voice on this pod, you can leave us a voicemail at anchor.fm/machine of nonsense. We'll listen, we'll answer any questions you have, and we'll put your voice on this podcast. I'm your host, Eric. I was joined by Kayla, Mike, and Tomas. We're getting out of here, and we're saying goodbye.
Bye bye.
nope.
See you later.
Nope. Nah, see you.